The sun was just starting to burn off the morning fog, painting the world in a soft golden haze that made everything feel both new and ancient at the same time. The light crept through the trees, casting long, eerie shadows through the pines, making the forest seem alive with secrets and possibilities. I'd been sitting in that blind for what felt like an eternity, muscles screaming, my back aching from the stillness. Every minute stretched out, my senses sharpening with every sound. A distant bird, the rustle of leaves, my own heartbeat echoing in my ears. Then, he appeared, a magnificent bull elk, bigger than anything I'd ever seen in the wild, stepping silently into the clearing. His antlers caught the morning light, and for a moment, he looked almost mythical, like something out of a dream. My heart was a drum solo against my ribs. This was it, the moment I'd imagined 100 times, but now it was real, and it was overwhelming. I raised my bow, drew back the string, and tried to steady my breathing, but my hands had other plans. The anticipation, the pressure, it all hit me at once. They were shaking, just enough to make the sight pin dance around the kill zone, refusing to settle, no matter how hard I tried to will it still. The caffeine from my pre-dawn coffee was turning on me, amplifying every tremor, every doubt, until it felt like my whole body was vibrating. I told myself to calm down, to focus, to just execute the shot I'd practiced 1,000 times. I whispered reminders, tried to slow my racing thoughts, desperate to find my center, but the adrenaline and caffeine were a toxic cocktail, flooding my system with energy I couldn't control. My mind was sharp, but my body was betraying me. I held my breath, tried to find that tiny moment of stillness, and released the arrow. For a split second, time seemed to freeze, the world narrowing to the flight of that arrow. It flew wide, the elk bolted, a ghost disappearing back into the timber, leaving only the echo of his presence and the sting of my mistake. I was left with the silence, the smell of pine, and the crushing weight of failure. The forest seemed to close in around me, amplifying my regret. That experience stuck with me, a reminder that my own biology had betrayed me at the critical moment. It's a lesson I carry with me every time I step into the woods, hoping for another chance. My initial deep dive into the world of supplements was, frankly, disappointing. I went in with high hopes, thinking there must be something out there that could help me focus better, work smarter, and feel more energized without the crash. But what I found was a mess. The market is absolutely flooded with garbage, bottles and powders promising the world, but delivering little more than a jittery buzz or worse, nothing at all. It's overwhelming, and honestly, a little bit infuriating. Most pre-workouts are loaded with so much caffeine and sugar they make your skin crawl. They're designed for people who want to lift heavy things and scream at the gym, not for someone who needs to thread a needle at 100 yards, or stay focused for hours on end. Then you have the nootropics, the so-called smart drugs. These often feel like you're conducting a weird science experiment on your own brain, with unpredictable results. Sometimes you feel nothing, sometimes you feel wired, and sometimes you just feel off. I tried a few things, and they either did nothing at all or they sent my heart rate through the roof. It was a constant cycle of hope and disappointment, and I started to wonder if there was anything out there that actually worked for people like me. It seemed like the entire supplement industry was missing the point for people like us, people who need to be sharp, calm, and in control, not bouncing off the walls or crashing after a sugar high. We don't need to be bouncing off the walls. We need to be locked in, able to channel our energy into deep work, creativity, or precision, whatever the task demands. It's the difference between chaotic energy and controlled intensity. One is wild and unfocused, the other is powerful and directed. Think about a bomb disposal expert or a surgeon. They need absolute stillness, mental clarity, and the ability to sustain that focus under immense pressure. Their performance depends on being able to tune out distractions and stay in the zone. That's the state I was looking for. Heightened vigilance, sharper vision, faster processing, and perfect control. Not just more energy, but the right kind of energy. The breakthrough finally came when I stopped listening to the marketing hype and started looking into the actual science. That's when things started to change. So, what is this stuff? Aimcise Ready isn't your typical energy pill, it's a precision tool. A 3-in-1 supplement engineered for anyone who relies on a steady hand and a sharp mind. It's designed to boost your energy, sharpen your vision, and enhance your vigilance all at once. The philosophy: help you make every shot your best shot, whether it's with a rifle, a bow, a camera, or a critical decision. The formula is simple, clean, and based on solid scientific research. Aimcise Ready solves the fundamental problem with stimulants, the trade-off between energy and control. You get the upside of caffeine, alertness, drive, motivation, while actively canceling out the downside. It's made in the USA by a veteran-owned company that understands elite performance. Let's get into the weeds a little bit, because this is the part that really sold me. The power of Aimcise Ready comes from its unique blend of 3 key ingredients: caffeine, TeaCrine, and Dynamine. Over $2 million in research has gone into perfecting this combination. Caffeine blocks adenosine receptors, making you feel more awake and alert, but alone, it's a blunt instrument. TeaCrine, structurally similar to caffeine, modulates neurotransmitters like dopamine for motivation and mood. TeaCrine provides a smooth, long-lasting energy boost without jitters or rapid tolerance buildup. A Rutgers University study found that combining TeaCrine with caffeine extended peak performance by up to 38%. It acts like a time-release mechanism for your energy, keeping you going for hours. When you start taking Aimcise Ready, the first thing you'll notice is the quality of the energy. It's not a frantic, buzzing feeling, just a clean, calm wave of alertness. You feel awake, motivated, and ready to tackle anything, but your mind is quiet and focused. This is the perfect state for any task that requires concentration, from shooting and hunting to complex problem solving. You can maintain this peak state for hours without feeling drained or distracted. The second major benefit is the steady hand. The formula is designed to give you all the mental benefits of stimulants without the physical drawbacks. No more jitters, no more tremors. By combining TeaCrine and Dynamine with caffeine, Aimcise Ready smooths out the harsh edges, allowing you to have a rock-steady aim. For a competitive shooter, that means tighter groupings. For a hunter, it means a more confident and ethical shot. This benefit alone is worth the price of admission. You don't have to just take my word for it. The feedback from the community has been incredible. One guy, a competitive PRS shooter named David L., talked about how he always struggled with fatigue during multi-day matches. After starting on Aimcise Ready, he said he felt just as sharp and steady on his last shot of the weekend as he did on his first. He ended up placing higher than he ever had before. Then there are the hunters, like a bow hunter in Montana, who had a history of buck fever. He started taking Aimcise Ready a month before his season opened. When a big whitetail stepped out at 40 yards, he felt an incredible sense of calm, made a perfect shot, and credited the supplement with helping him finally overcome the anxiety that had cost him dear in the past. These are the kinds of real-world results that matter more than any lab study. Alright, let's be real. Nothing is perfect for everyone, and I want to give you the full picture. The biggest pro: it actually works. Smooth energy, focus, and a steady hand. The science is solid, the ingredients are high quality and patented, and the results from real users are overwhelmingly positive. It solves the #1 problem with stimulants for anyone involved in precision activities. It's also made by a veteran-owned company in the USA, which is a huge plus for me. Another major pro is the lack of negative side effects. No jitters, no anxiety, no racing heart, and no crash. This makes it a much more functional and sustainable tool for daily use. The convenience of a single capsule is also a big win. No mixing, no weird taste, just a simple, effective delivery system. It's a clean, smart, and efficient way to enhance your performance. But as with anything, results may vary. So, try it for yourself. As if the product itself wasn't enough, the team at Aimcise has decided to go above and beyond to stack the deck in your favor. They're not just delivering a top-tier product, they're making sure you have every possible advantage to reach your goals. With every purchase of an Aimcise product, you'll receive an incredible bonus package called the Alpha Package, valued at over $450, and the best part is, it's absolutely free. This isn't just a few extras tossed in, it's a comprehensive toolkit designed to help you excel. The Alpha Package is crafted to give you a complete system for improving your performance, covering every aspect from marksmanship skills and physical fitness to mental toughness and focus. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned pro, these resources are tailored to help you level up. First up, you get access to a massive digital library of marksmanship training materials, valued at $150 alone. This isn't just a handful of PDFs, it's a deep dive into the techniques and strategies used by the best in the world. Included are ebooks and a full video library featuring insights from Olympic coaches and Special Forces instructors, so you're learning directly from the elite. You'll gain access to advanced drills, proven techniques, and insider knowledge that's usually reserved for top athletes and operators, giving you a real edge in your training. On top of that, you get exclusive entry into the Alpha Private Facebook group, a thriving community where you can connect with other serious shooters, share your progress, ask questions, and learn from each other's experiences. This is an invaluable resource for anyone looking to up their game, stay motivated, and surround themselves with like-minded achievers. With the Alpha package, you're not just getting free gear, you're joining a movement dedicated to excellence. So, here we are. You've heard the story, you've seen the science, and you know the potential. You have a choice: keep chugging coffee and hoping for the best, or take control of your performance. You can give yourself the same advantage that elite operators and top-tier competitive shooters are using. Arm yourself with a tool that is scientifically designed to make you calmer, sharper, and steadier under pressure. Remember, the supply of Aimcise Ready is extremely limited. Because of the rare, patented ingredients, production runs are small, and they sell out fast. Once the current batch is gone, it could be months before you can get your hands on it again. Don't be kicking yourself later, wishing you had acted when you had the chance. The opportunity to perform at your absolute peak is right in front of you.